of our time, we need to manage this, manage it very well. I want to bring the conversation now to Super Sam, to addressing some of the issues that Dr. Marindoti mentioned, talking about ensuring that we are self-sufficient at the end of the day, and perhaps also tightening the noose around governors to ensure they do the needful. Yeah. Because at that level, they are supposed to put in policies and measures in place such that whatever has been done at the federal level gets to the masses who are the closest, who are also part of what the government is trying to address. But so far, it seems like we are not able to get the ability to rein in on them, to do the needful. I'm wondering why. And then the matter of corruption also comes to play. How do we address that as well?
I said on Monday, it was on Monday when I was here, that when I met with the president, we discussed agriculture, and he said that they had imported 2,000 tractors. And during the FEC meeting, the agriculture minister, Kyari, said 1,000 had arrived. Well, this issue of agriculture is very important, and is important to the president. We must give some governors the slack for their efforts at agriculture.
Not just it.
Yes, some of them. Like, for instance, Kaduna has been given a lot of, Obasanjo has been given a lot of incentives to farmers, giving them implements to work, and so on, giving, they have big farms there in Kaduna. Also, Niger State, they have been doing that. So you have to give some of them slack. You can say a lot of them are not on board in that regard. Many of the governors have a lot of resources now, and they should focus on that. And maybe they are even stunned by the fact that they have money, they have not come down to what to do with it. Part of the problem also is that everybody is concentrating, you said it earlier, on the president. What of the sub-national states? Right. The local government law was supposed to address rural poverty because you're supposed to bring money to the local government and the grassroots. But the governors have not implemented it. If you want to ask me why this is going on, I will say it is because our civil society organizations are hypocritical.
How so?
Hypocritical.
How so?
Because if it were the government in the center that had this kind of responsibility to do things like this, they would have gone to strike on the streets. Why have they not held the governors responsible? The social critics who are making noise all over the place, when have they put the pressure on the government? If anybody puts pressure on the governors, who say, make sure that your local government go and sign all the conditions necessary to transfer money to the local government. Right. If they do that, you will see that the governments will do it. They will not do it because there is a bitterness over 2023 elections. And they don't want anything that will create a semblance of cooperation with the government, which is very bad because it is supposed to be out to our own benefits. I remember when the president met with some elders in the north, very early, he said, go and talk to your governors. Go and talk to your governors so that the people in the rural areas can benefit. Some of them are working it. They are working it. Kaduna is doing its own, Niger is doing its own, and a few others. But we have to create a situation where we must understand that Nigeria is a collective, and a collective has to work properly. Now, agriculture, being the fulcrum of our own production, needs our people to coordinate both, both the supply and the demand aspect of it. The supply, I mean, both imports and also local production. I understand that the prices of rice is going down mainly because of the imports that have flooded the market,
Yeah.
and that the local, even as forced even the local ones, the prices to come down, but not as much as the imports. But this is kind of tension that we need in order to beat down inflation. So we can say that even though we are not there where the price of food is supposed to be, the price of food is coming down. But because they say we want to talk about the core inflation, is food, energy, transportation. Those are the things. Now, when the food prices and fuel prices are coming down, who is pressuring the NURTW groups? Nobody has pressured them to say, you people raised your prices because of fuel price when it went to when it went over 8,000.
Yeah.
Now the thing is under 1,000. You have not still asked your people to bring down the price.
Well, in one of the arguments they have is that transportation is not just about fuel.